Now that this BMW is actually stripped down, it's time to decide what this bike is actually going to become. In this video I'll show you the direction I'm going in, the ideas I'm taking from other builds, and what I'm planning to do with the parts I've taken off. This is where the build really starts. Let's start with the biggest question. What happened to all the parts I took off this bike? Spoiler alert, they're in the bin. What I've kept is the frame, the wiring, the engine and the drive shaft, although there was some ideas of changing the engine for a different one, the forks and wheels, and the fuel tank. Everything else isn't going back on, because this build is going to be very different from stock. So with that cleared up, let's talk about what I actually want this bike to become. Because I don't have a proper garage where I can fabricate parts myself, I decided to go fully custom instead. Which, yeah, I know, genius. But I want to change pretty much everything on this bike, starting with the color. I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, and for the style that I'm going for, black just makes sense. I think the end result will be worth it. So the engine, the drive shaft, the frame, wheels, and the tank will pretty much be fully blacked out, including all the smaller parts. I want it to look clean, simple, and aggressive without it being over the top, possibly. Up front, I'm either going with a BMW S1000RR setup or a Suzuki GSX-R front end, as I've seen in many forums that these are the main front ends people put on cafe racer builds. The rear wheel will probably be from R1100 RS, and hopefully the front wheel will come with the forks. Also, I saw one of K100 builds with closed rear wheel and I liked it. If anyone knows how it's called or how it's made, let me know. I want it. I'll be using aftermarket yokes, different handlebars, and the whole front end will be completely different from stock. It will be lower, more aggressive, and sporty. That's what I'm going for. Still thinking about making the rear completely different, custom built by myself, cardboard and tape. I've seen a lot of different ends on the back. It's gonna be shorter and it's gonna look nicer. The tank will stay, but in a different color, black. And I've got a small idea for what I want to do with it, but it's gonna be revealed a little bit later in the future, because I haven't seen one done like that yet. So that's how custom it's gonna be. And then there's my biggest enemy, the wiring. All the wiring will need to be done properly. I'm planning on using either Moto Gadget or BEP3 to make my life a little bit easier. That's probably where most of my time and effort will go. There's also one part of this build that James from Speed Channel, shout out to him, is calling it a might as well section. Because once you start changing everything, it's hard to stop. If I'm replacing most of the bike, I might as well get a custom exhaust. If I'm upgrading the suspension, I might as well get a better rear shock. If I'm going wide on the rear tire, I might as well upgrade the brakes. If you're enjoying this video, you might as well subscribe. It's free. And if I'm upgrading the brakes, I might as well do the lines, the discs, and everything else. It's a dangerous way of thinking, and it will probably bankrupt me over time.
I'm in danger!
But at least it's gonna be my project. So as you can see, I got a lot on my plate with this project. Probably more than I should. But I've started this project and I'm gonna see it through. I don't give up easily, and this channel is not about giving up. It's about doing what you want, learning as you go, and making it happen. The plan is here, now it's time to put it into the action. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.